Hello and welcome to this grammar video. Today we're going to look at the zero conditional. Before we actually begin, I'd like to say that every conditional sentence has two parts, the if clause and the result sentence. We will see some examples in a moment. The if clause always begins with the word if, and it will talk about a condition that has to happen. The result sentence talks about what occurs or what the result is when the condition happens. To write a zero conditional correctly, we need to follow this pattern. First, we write the if clause. So, we start with the word if plus a subject. Then we write the main verb, always in present simple, and then we use an object if necessary. After that, we need to write the result sentence. This sentence starts with the subject, the main verb, which is also in present simple, and finally we write an object if it's necessary. Here is our example. If Veronica hears hip hop, she starts dancing. We can see that the if clause is if Veronica hears hip hop, and she starts dancing is the result sentence. The two verbs are in present simple. That's why we add the s in the verbs hear and start. Let's talk about when we use the zero conditional. There are two reasons. First, we use the zero conditional to talk about general truths. A general truth expresses facts that are always true or are events that always happen. Anyway, here's an example. If it rains, I use my umbrella. The general truth in this example is in the result sentence. I use my umbrella. This always happens when it rains. Now remember, the verbs are always in present simple. Here we see rains in the if clause and use in the result sentence. The second use of the zero conditional is to talk about habits and things that happen again and again. Let's look at another example. If Robert goes surfing, he uses his white surfboard. The if clause is if Robert goes surfing, and the result sentence is talking about the habit that Robert has of using the white surfboard. Now, let's take a look at some special cases in the use of the zero conditional. The first thing is that we can use the words when or if in the if clause, and the meaning of the clause stays the same. Check out this example. If Laura reads, she learns vocabulary, and this is okay. But if you want, you can change the word if to the word when. So we can say, when Laura reads, she learns vocabulary, and this is also okay. And the two forms, like we said, have exactly the same meaning. Now, you might be thinking, when do I use if and when do I use when? Well, it is very simple. It is entirely your decision. So, if you like using if, go ahead and use it. But if you prefer using when, it is also okay and use it. The second special case has to do with the use of imperatives in the zero conditional. We need to use imperatives in the result sentence when we want to give instructions, commands, or we want to make invitations, and they all depend on a certain condition. Pay attention to example conditional. If you need a good surgeon, see Dr. Shepard. In this example, we are giving an instruction in the result sentence, so we use an imperative. Remember, when we use imperatives, we don't use a subject, and the verb is always in the infinitive. The final case is in regards to the position of the clause. This means we can write the if clause before or after the result sentence, and the meaning stays the same. Take a look at the example. If you know the answer, raise your hand. This is okay. Now, when the if clause is first, we separate the clause from the sentence with a comma. But we can also write the result sentence first. See it in the example. Raise your hand if you know the answer. This is okay too. And the sentence has the same meaning. Anyway, this is the end of the video. I hope it is all clear. Now, it is time to do some exercises. Goodbye.